It's the night show in the Amazon like Prime, delivering new content and packages. It's the miraculous. Next real talk, we in the building, willing and dealing, killing the game like Clyde Styles and Rubio feeling. News, notes, game stats, and game recaps. And we tap and trade chat, pay the cats who came back at 4 with the rack attack and at the step back. Put that in front of the deep three, strictly from quickly to go tricky but nifty. Expose the fold, make them look empty. 50 pieces by dudes, the beast RJ with a double. The 6 by shot, hop the tops of trouble. This is not the bubble. We in the building, so let's get it. The best gear, energy, Knicks fancy, lift with it. We hit up the post game. We host this thing coast to coast and most of the name. It's a night show. Knicks real talk. It's a night show. We on that prime time grind. It's a night show. Knicks real talk. It's a night show. We on that prime time grind. Knicks real talk. Knicks real talk. Knicks real talk. Yo, salute everyone. Salute. Knicks real talk. It's a night show with your man Divine. We in here, man. Knicks played the Cap at the most famous arena, took an L tonight, so we're going to get into all that, break all that stuff down, get into the game analysis, the box scores, and we'll get your thoughts and everything on that as well. And so we're going to get into that. And I got my man KJ Vince in the building with me, man. We're going to get a pop and talk about that. KJ, what's good, my brother? What's going on?
Good evening, Nick Nation. Good evening, Knicks Real Talk. We here, Divine. We here. Tough loss tonight, but you know it's something we're going to talk about. And that's all I can say right now. It's not a good feeling when we lose the way we did, but you know this is only the 10th game, and it's gonna be growing pains. But we're here to talk about it tonight.
Yeah. Actual fact. Salute, man. Yeah, everything is good, man. Just it's a long season, man. It's the NBA. That's what it's gonna happen. 82 games, we can't win them all, but we got to talk about it when we win. Talk about it when we lose. You know what I mean? And that's what we do. We just got to break it down, man. See what we went wrong at, see what we did good at, see what we didn't do good at, and and see what we could do to bounce back for the next game. So we're gonna get into all that. Salute to the streets of Buzz and CT. What's good, my brother? Appreciate you coming in, man. Yeah, man. We just gotta get back at it, talk about it tonight, break down and all that good stuff. So no further ado, let's get it, man. It's the Knicks Real Talk, man. It's the Knicks and Cavs post game recap. We're going to recapping the game at the world most famous arena today at 6 o'clock. Cavaliers came in town to play the Knicks, man. I thought it was going to be one of the games we had a good chance to win that game, but obviously the ball didn't fall the way we wanted to fall, and we took the W. So now Knicks is 6-4. We got to regroup and get ready for Philly tomorrow and all that good stuff, man. So we're going to be down there. So we got to, let's talk about tonight, man. Let's just real quick break down the box scores and everything and see what went wrong tonight. We get into all that, man. We break this thing down and go over the stats and all that good stuff, and let's get it. First and foremost, let me get this out of here. Let me fix that screen, guys. We about bringing the stats back in a minute. Yeah, KJ, but tonight was a pretty tough one. We didn't bring our game the way we wanted to bring it tonight, so that was kind of disappointing. That didn't pan out for us and everything like that. But I think we got to regroup and get back at it and try to do it again because the Cavs got a good team down there. They came to play tonight. They really did. I was impressed with what they got. And no further ado, here go the stats. Let's go to the game stats, man. For us, it was pretty tough, KJ. We shot only 45% field goal percentage tonight. Cavs shot 54. We shot 29% for the 3-point line. They shot 54%. We three free throws we did well, 91%. They had 9 of 11, 81%. We went 22 or 24, so we did get to the line tonight. Now I thought that was pretty impressive, knowing that big front line they got, but we held it down there and got to the free throw line. Rebounds, man, they smashed us in that category, man. They had 48 rebounds, 11 offense. We had 32-7. They beat us like a 16 rebounds. Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, man, them boys is big down there, and they were doing their thing down there. So they got a nice young front line down there. Assists, they beat us by 10. Blocks, we had 9 to their 2. We did well in that department. Mitch had like 4 or 5. Noel had a couple. Steals, we was up 1 on them, 9-8. Turnovers, we had 10, which was good. We've been keeping our turnovers down, and they had 15 points in the paint. But they only beat us by 2, which is great compared to what I thought they would do with the games that they had. But we had 54, they had 52, so we beat them in the paint by 2 points. And we had less fouls than them. You know what I mean? It seems like this is a game that you thought we would have won from a stat perspective, KJ, if you look at all that and break that down, but I just think that my defense wasn't there tonight. But looking at the stats, we was close in a lot of things, man. We did good in a lot of categories, but our defense just gave up 126 points. And that's the end all be all.
Right. So to that point, Devon, it's unacceptable. Any night, any team, I don't care whoever it is, Cavaliers is supposed to be a lower level team, and we played to them tonight. We didn't play the Knicks basketball way. 126 points to 126 points, and that's unacceptable for what we have plans for this team. And I'm pretty sure them guys are feeling it after a great game against Milwaukee the other night. To come out and lay an egg like that, you know what it's like, Devon? We're beating a team that we're not supposed to beat, and then we're losing to the teams that we're supposed to beat. So quote unquote. So we're 6-4, 10 games in, still a great record for 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
But now going forward with this team, it's frustrating as a fan because we like that's unacceptable. I didn't appreciate the effort. The effort was not there from them guys. Those guys got out there. They didn't defend. Ricky Rubio looked like the second coming of Magic Johnson out there, just hitting everything, going to the hole, shooting. My man was 8 for 8 or whatever he was. Had a career night. His most points in 11 years. Like, come on, like we know these teams are going to come together when they come to the Garden, but we're not protecting the home right now. The volume made a point. The Knicks are 2-3 at home. If we can't protect the home, how can we win? How can we really say this team is a playoff team?
Yeah,
if we laying eggs like this,
Yeah, I agree, and I'll break that down in that segment. We'll talk about that in that segment, the home court and everything. When we really get into that, let me get with the box scores and everything like that. If you look at the Knicks, what we did in the box scores real quick, Julius Randle had 19 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. RJ Barrett had an off night. He only had 6 points in 30 minutes, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Mitchell Robinson, 17 minutes, 7 points, 1 assist, 8 rebounds. 8 points, 7 rebounds, but he also had like 5 blocks. So he was doing his thing today on the defense. And before he started off hot. He had 15 points. He had 13 and almost like in the first half. And after that he fell off. He didn't contribute too much in the second half. As you can see, Derrick Rose has 17, 5 assists, 1 rebound in 29 minutes. Nerlens Noel came in well. He had a good game for us. 5 points, 6 rebounds. The energy was amazing tonight as well. Alex Burks had 10 points, 22 minutes, 1 rebound, no assists. Manuel Quigley had a decent game tonight. I like the game he played tonight. A really good game for him. 20 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists, and 12 points. I love to see him get that on a regular basis. That was really good. I got to salute Manuel Quigley for that. And the Grimes site tonight. Grimes had 12 minutes, 1 rebound, 6 points, knocked down 2 3 balls. Good for him. I'm glad to see him get in there. I knew Tibbs would do that once we was in the situation when Kemba was out. That's why I was always saying that they'd get their turn. It's a matter of time. 11 minutes, 2 rebounds, 11 points for Obi Toppin. They got to find him more minutes. They got to find Obi Toppin more minutes. That 7 for Randall's tough for him, man, because his energy was really oppressive when out there. And then when Randall came in for him, seemed like that when they brought them starters back in, things changed a little bit. Kevin Knox got 1 minute, no points, no rebound, no assists. Malin Bright and Jericho Sims. For the Cavaliers, great game for Evan Mobley, 36 minutes, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 26 points. He was doing his thing. Dean Wade, 27 minutes, 3 rebounds, 6 points. Jared Allen, 34 minutes, 17 rebounds, 4 assists, and 18 points. Had a double-double. That front line was oppressive tonight. They scored over 40-something points, them two boys between them. Darius Garland has 16 on 5 assists, 3 rebounds in 35 minutes. Sexton kind of got hurt, so he didn't play the whole game. I think knee bruise or something of that nature. He had 8 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound in 13 minutes. And Osman had 31 minutes, 5 rebound, 2 points, 2 assists. He didn't do nothing tonight. The one who killed us is the man right here, 31 minutes, 3 rebounds, 10 assists, 37 points for Ricky Rubio. That is crazy. I'm like, yo, how you let that happen? So we get into all that. Dean Wilder knocked down a couple of trays, 17 minutes, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 9 points. He was knocking out some good threes for them guys, man, at a crucial time for them. Lamar Stevens, 14 minutes, 3 rebounds, 2 points. And Taco Fall got in with 1. He didn't get no score, no points, no rebound. And Denzel Valentine had 2 points. So that was it, guys. That's the breakdown for us. The box scores analysis, man. I just think that them guys came out there and they really wanted it tonight, and they took it to us, man. So we gotta find a way to get back on point with that, CT. Not CT. Excuse me, KJ, man. We really on a defense laid the egg, but like I said, you gotta give Cavs credit. They played tonight. They came out to play. They came to the Garden, and they came and played a game tonight.
Right. It's an NBA team, so we can't take any team lightly. They got the W. Salute to the Cavs. They beat us. They came in our court, and they smoked us. Like they beat the dog out of us tonight. And it goes to say, Devon, this team in these first 10 games, if we're making 3-pointers, it seems like nobody can beat us. But if we're missing threes, we're living and dying by the 3-point. And that is, to me, one of the most disappointing things about this team, because we know we have a team that can score. And if this team can score, but there's no defense, it's like, how far are we really going to go? And I know it's only 10 games, and it's very early in the season. But some of the things that we're seeing out here in these last couple games are not cool. Getting off to late starts. How come they can't start the way they played in the fourth quarter? If they can start the game like that and play defense the way they are, why are we starting games so late? I know we can't answer that question. It's really the coaching staff has to figure it out. And I think they will finally get it. It's just some of the things as a fan looking at it's frustrating. I know you guys in the chat looking at it. Salute to you guys. It's frustrating. After that game they played against Milwaukee, at the end, there's no momentum right now. So we just have to see what the rotations are going to be, what other guys are going to come in, Divine, to see what's going to happen with this team. Because if not, we're in for a very long season, Knicks fans. Very long season.
Yeah. I think that you got to get down before you get up mentality. We definitely got to work on that. You just got to come out for 48 minutes. You got to come out and play 48 minutes from the time, I always say it, from the time that referee throw that ball up into that last that buzzer at the end of the game. You got to play 48. And you can't take a minute off. You can't even take a second off in the NBA, because once you get that momentum broken, it's sometimes it's hard to get it back. Then you got to compete and claw and fight to get back up in there. But I'm not too much worried about it, man. Like I said, it's the beginning of the season. We 2 games over 500. Everybody taking L's and associated teams is that good, and making on. You got to give Cleveland their credit. This really was more about the Knicks defense to give Cleveland credit, man. They came out there and came in the Garden and played. Ricky Rubio, 32% career 3-point shooter. He dropped 37. Ricky Rubio, out of all people, he dropped 37 on us. So, and I just think that you're right, CT. I thought we were gonna feel like we were on the coast in that game. Cavaliers got a nice front line. Them boys could play basketball down there. Jared Allen just got his back. They didn't give him $100 million for nothing. And the numbers telling you right there, 18 and 17. Mobley, he's a really young, talented young dude. They got length. And we still scored 109. And for me, it wasn't even about the offense tonight. Even we scored 109 with RJ having a bad night. I think what we messed up at is 126 points. So if you look at the points, we gave up 37 points in the fourth quarter, 33 in the second quarter. That's not what we do down here in New York when it comes to basketball. We just got to get locked in and get back on that defense team, man. And it really was. They were playing hard, and like I said, I'm glad you brought that up, CT. I'm going to bring that up for the fan base. I don't overreact too much. Look at the Orlando Magic beat the Jazz. You know what I mean? So it's basketball, man. You be disappointed with the losses. I wasn't too disappointed because we did this with RJ having a bad night. I only say a bad night. He had an off night. That he had an off night, and that's where I think we lost the game. I was on the defense end. Like I said, you let the team score 126 points, and we outscored them in the paint. Even good as the game that Mobley and them had, the Knicks outscored them in the paint tonight. So I was like, wow, points in the paint. We had 54. They had 52. Mm-hmm. So, but what hurt us was like I said, we missed free throws, but I mean free 3-point shots, but they hit them. They shot them at 90, and they shot them at 54%. That's what we lost at. Never mind, we only shot 9 for 30. We lost because they shot 54%. So I think we got our defense just got to get back to what they do, KJ, and because you don't want to see this thing. The defense go the way they're going, and then maybe then they're gonna have to start understanding why was Alpha Payton and Reggie Bullock so important. And I'm not even gonna put it on them. Our defense got to get locked in. We just got to get locked in and realize, get back to what we do best, and that's play defense in New York. And I think we will. But it's a game. Things happen. It's the association. Teams is tough, and Cavs got a better team than we people thought this year. You know what I mean? Just because you draft you in a lottery, that don't mean you're gonna be bad. Especially where all the parity is this year. They got a tall front line. Garland can get buckets. Sexton can get buckets. You know what I mean? And they didn't have Laurie Market tonight, so I mean that was the guy that was missing, him and Kevin Love. But I'm gonna chop this loss up to our defense. Our defense goes, we go. KJ, and that's really what happened tonight to me.
Yeah, you're right, Devon, and also the timely shots. It seems like every time we got on a run tonight, the Cavs would come back and shoot a 3-pointer. Mm-hmm. Everything, and guess it's not only the Cavs. That happened in Milwaukee game. That happened in Toronto game. That happened in Orlando game. So it's just the shots these guys were making. And then our team, we can't hit a bucket when we really need it. So it's just that even medium is when this team is really clicking, no team could beat us in this league. So it's just, for me, the second, I'm going, you know what I'm doing right now, Devon? That was 6-4 the first 10 games. Now let's see what adjustments we make in the next 10 games to get to 20. What are some of the things that you want to see differently in these next 10 games?
Defense. Defense, man.
How do we fix this defense right now?
I think it's more of an energy thing. You see when we did to the Bucks the other night. I mean, we came out there with energy. We played hard. We scrapped. And once we finally got back in the game, we maintained it. It's like we got, like I said, I just put up a few minutes ago. We got that you got to get down before you get up mentality, or you playing down to the competition. That's a good team. They were 6-4 for a reason. You know what I mean? So we got to just go hard every night against anybody. And the key is, like I said, like our defense, even though them guys, Mobley them scored, but Noel and Robinson played an all-around pretty good defensive game, at least protecting the rim. Just that Mobley was hitting outside shots, and he just had it all night. And Rubio really beat us in that game because he was making some shrewd passes to them guys. I mean, you got to give Ricky Rubio his flowers tonight, man. He shredded us up on the offense, and he kept getting in that lane. And if he wasn't hitting that 3 ball, he would diss it to them big men, and they were just ramming it down there. Or they were shooting. Mobley was shooting good from the outside, so you just got to tip your hat to them tonight, man. But our defense just got to stay locked in and be more aggressive. That's my thing, is to be aggressive. I mean, go hard when if you're gonna play defense, you got to be aggressive and be smart at it. But you got to be aggressive. You can't, and I think that's what it is. When somebody's taking a fight to you, you got to take the fight back to them. And you got to, like I said, I'm going to give them cats credits tonight. They took the fight to us. You know what I mean? And every time we tried to do something, they responded. Every time they went on a run, we tried to go on a run. When we make our run, then they make theirs. You know what I mean? It's a game of runs, and I just think they did that well tonight, keeping us from getting back in that game. We had a lot of opportunities, and we get into that because I really thought that we had some good opportunities tonight, and I think we got to take advantage of that. But like I said, that get down before you get up mentality, we just got to fix that. And then and on top of that is protect the home court. I mean, we 2-3 at home, KJ. We're not protecting the Garden, man. That's your home, man. And you got to protect that place. I mean, we are 3 losses at the Garden. Come on, man. See, and I think what people don't understand, but even maybe I'm going to say people don't understand. I don't want to say. But the Knicks got to understand when they playing in the Garden, and them teams want to come to the Garden. They love playing there. You know what I mean? So you don't really got a home court advantage per se, other than the fans. But from a mental standpoint, players love playing in the Garden. You know, and people put on their best game in there because that's the world most famous arena. That's Broadway. You know what I mean? That's you know, that's what it is, man. Them teams coming there, they look forward to playing in New York. All the glitz, the glamour, the lights, the energy, the garden. You know, them guys they look forward to coming there too. So we just gotta let these guys know, like, this is our home court, not your home court. And we gotta have that mentality. Like, you can't let guys coming in breaking your house and take your stuff. You know what I mean? You can't do
Right.
that. And our ADT and our CPI security system, that's our defense. I reiterate that over. Our security system in Madison Square Garden is our defense. You don't let them cats come in there and run amok on you. You letting cats break in your house, so we got to fix that, KJ. I just think our defense, 126 tonight, they came in and stole our stuff tonight.
Yeah, not cool. And to your point about playing at the Garden, you know, as fans, we like going to the Garden, just the crowd, just the noise. So imagine the energy that has for those players, even the opposing players coming in to play basketball. You know, people, if you play basketball before, some people can play in a hostile environment. The Knicks, the MSG is a hostile environment, especially that first game went to against Boston. So it just we factor in all that, Devon, and for this team to put up 126 points. Imagine if we were there live, walking out that stadium, how the fans felt being there tonight. It's like it can't happen. 2-3 in the home court on the team that we're supposed to beat. Can't happen. Cavs can't come here and beat us like that. You can't have a rookie putting up numbers like the way he did. Even when it's like he's still a rookie, when we got these vets on this team. That cannot happen. And I'm hoping that these guys took a big look in the mirror and say to themselves, you know, we have to step up. Julius, we need you now. Coaching staff, we need you to make these in-game adjustments, because there's certain times in the games where certain lineups don't need to be in if they're not going to play defense. I'm sorry, Julius, if you're not going to. Now, Julius did play some great. That block was amazing. But sometimes he turns the ball over. He runs down the court like a days ago. If I'm a coach and I see that, I don't care if you must start playing out. You come out the game and you see what happened when he put Grimes in, pick McBride in, put somebody else in to give us a spark, and that's why I think the coaching staff may be having a little issue with that, because not saying that they don't want to tell Julius what to do, but they have to do something with him right now. When he's lacking energy, come call timeout, sit him down or something. And I don't know if that's even happening. But Devon, I don't know if you've seen the same thing I'm seeing on that court. Whenever he makes a turnover, he's not running back like a days ago. He gets mad, he gets upset. If you the star player on this team, that's unacceptable. You got to lead by example. We only go as far as our leader is. Julius is our leader. We only going to go as far as he's going to take us. Like the other night against Milwaukee, he had 30-something points. We won the game. I'm not sure what his numbers was tonight, but we need the leadership. RJ went out. You know, like, if we don't have that leadership, Devon, it's going to be a very long season for us. Very long.
Yeah. I would like to see, you know, and it's not even a beat up on Julius Randle. We just been trying to speak truth to power. I would like to see him improve on getting a team together when we going through like a mini break. He got to be that dude, vocally pull these cats to the side, like, come on, man, yo, let's get this. You know what I mean? That's what I would like to see, a little bit more of that in him, because as a leader, like you said, you want to see him pull on guys by the coattail and bring them along. We say, listen, guys, listen, we got to lock this thing down, get back into it. We got, you know, and I think when your leader brings that type of energy out there, I think people feed off. So hopefully he can, you know, down the line, he can do a better thing. But it's not about beating up Julius Randle, not at all. You know what I mean? He brings his heart and soul there. But as a leader, I would like to see that. That's just one characteristic I would like to see him improve on as a leader moving forward, as his maturation into his prime come, that to be able to pull them cats to the side, like, yo, God, let's get it, man. Come on, you know, we need this. You know, and especially tonight, RJ having an off game, which is understandable. That man been bringing it for the last 6 games. So RJ had an off game tonight, and you know, and RJ can have an off game tonight. He been playing some good basketball for us, man. And they are human beings, man. You know, they, like I said, Jazz lost to the Orlando Magic tonight. You know what I mean? So it happens. It's basketball. You know, we live to fight another day. And nothing to get discouraged down. You know, get discouraged. But I wish we could have used that win from the Milwaukee series to catapult us off to a good little winning streak. but it happens, man. It's association. I'm not too worried about it, but I will like to see as Tom Thibodeau get these boys right on the defense, because we got to spin right back around and go to Philly tonight, and we play Philly tomorrow, guys. So we got to rebound tonight, throw this one away, get it out of our head, and get the game is gone, it's played, you lost it. Get your mind set for Philly, because them boys is on a roll, and beating them boy playing good down there. So even though we beat them, they playing a different type of ball right now. So we got to go down there and mentally be ready, and bring the fight to them guys, man. That's all we can do. Either you gonna lay down, or you gonna go down there and handle your business. So I think they will. I'm not too concerned. I believe in this team, but we definitely got to get that defense together. And like I said, RJ had an off night, guys. His numbers was 30 minutes, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 6 points. So you know when the coach don't have RJ in there at the end of the game, he had an off night. And what I like what Tibbs did tonight, our defense in that starting unit wasn't playing other than Noel and Mitch. They were the only ones I think tonight was playing defense at that level. At that supreme level. Everybody else was just there. They tried, but they wasn't trying hard enough. Them boys, and Mobley, them might have ran them up on the numbers, but man, our perimeter defense was crazy. 54% from the 3-point line for them. So even though RJ had I say that to say, even though RJ had an off night, I don't think the offense was the issue. We scored 109 points. I don't even think that was the issue to me. I just think that 126 points, KJ, we definitely can't lie that. But this is about RJ. He had an off night, man. Hopefully he could bounce back, and tomorrow in Philly have a better game and come out there and try to get that W tomorrow. We need RJ to come to the forefront tomorrow, and I think he'll show up. Everybody entitled to have an off night. Like I said, they're human beings, so ain't nobody perfect. So it happens.
Well, the season's going to be a roller coaster. If you ever been on a roller coaster, folks, before, you go up, down, loop-de-loops, round and round, come back, and we settle. We still haven't set our stride yet on to what type of team we are. Are we a 3-point shooting team? Are we a defensive-minded team? All that's up in the air at 6-4 right now. Some nights it seems like we're a great defensive team. Some nights it seems like we're the best 3-point shooting team ever to play NBA basketball ever. Some nights it's like, man, what happened to that team that was played 2 nights ago? So we're going to get these assessments. And look, tomorrow night we might come on and say, man, Knicks beat Philly by 20. Then what it is. So we're going to get these early assessments. So I'm only giving you how I feel. And, everybody not might agree with how I feel as a Knicks fan and what I assess out there. And Devon, same take for you. We might not always agree on some of the takes that we may have, but I'm just telling you my perspective as a fan and seeing these teams in the first 10 games. Some things I like and sometimes I don't like. Now, I'm the type of fan where I throw it out. I'm not getting paid as much money as them guys. I can't trip on the loss, but I'm only giving you my assessment of what I see out there, and what I saw tonight was very unacceptable. 126 points in the Garden can't happen. Cannot happen.
Yep, absolutely, my brother. We got to clean that up, man. That's real talk. Like I said, that home court is important, but 26 to give up 126, that's not good for us, man. We got to bounce back and get this team. We got to get this team locked in. And on a good note tonight, one positive thing tonight, we've seen Grimes tonight. Out of negative comes a positive as well. And out of that positive, we got to see Quentin Grimes get in there tonight. And that was I'm glad Tibbs put him in there. It was good to see that. Them cats, Evan Fournier and RJ Barrett wasn't really having it, especially on the defense end. And you know what? He said, listen, he put Quentin Grimes, played the whole fourth quarter. Not told, like I was telling everybody, I'm like, they're gonna get their turn. Yeah. They're gonna get their turn. They really are, and that's what you guys gotta be hopeful for the Knicks fans, that you just gotta get this thing time. He got in there, at 6 points, knocked down 2 nice threes, trying to slow Rubio down. I liked his defense tenacity. What I really loved about that, his defense tenacity was really good. But Ricky Rubio just was on fire. So you know what? Nobody we had could stop him, no matter at that time anyway. So you gotta give Ricky Rubio his flowers, and that's where the game we lost the game right there to me, with the way he was knocking him down. Every time we get him running, get some momentum, he was knocking him down. I'm like, come on, man, y'all can't let this cat do this. But That's what happens when the defense is lacking. If you can't stop a man from scoring, no matter if you score or not, if you ain't stopping the other man, what good is it? If you score 125 and they score 126, you still lost. You know what I mean? Because your defense gave up more points than you scored. The name of the game is defense. Don't let them score more than you. That's basketball. You know what I mean? So no matter how much you score, if your defense ain't right and you letting people outscore you, it don't matter how many. You could throw up 140, but somebody throw up 141. It don't. You know what I mean? It don't even matter. So we, and that's why I always hold it on the defense. Our defense gave up too many points tonight, bro. For the season, we was giving up 113, 110. 110. We was giving up 110 and some of that nature. And look what we gave up tonight. We gave up 13 more points than that. So, we got to clean it up, man, and get the defense ready for tomorrow against Joel Embiid. He's gonna be a problem down there. You know what I mean? So we gotta, get ready for that big man. That man can get it. Even though we took care of him at the Garden, that don't mean we're gonna take care of him tomorrow. You never know. And he's a top player in the league for that reason. So we just got to get back to basics, and all that good stuff. And that's really what it was. Our defense is not playing at the par right now. We got to get that thing together. Like I said, we scored 109. I'll take 109 on any given night, and long as you don't give up over that. So we definitely have to bounce back with that. Try to rebound, man, and get at it tomorrow. You know what I mean? And like I said, the game tonight, the game didn't bother me as much as the only one thing bothered me was just the defense effort at sometimes. I mean, it should happen. RJ, he had all that. It happens. You know what I mean? Fournier started out hot, but then he got cold. That's giving, and he got to finally get together 48 minutes, 48 minutes. But see, what I do like what Tibbs did tonight, them cats didn't have it. He said, we got a game tomorrow. He sat RJ down. He sat Fournier down. But you cats ain't got it. I don't need you out there if you ain't got it. And I'm glad that he did that. I mean, that lets me know that he holds everybody accountable. RJ, you special. You've been bringing it forth the last 4 or 5 games, but late tonight you just didn't have it. So you need to just sit down and let me see if I could get some guy who could bring us a spark, who can get us in this thing. We have opportunities. Great game, great bounce back game from Quickly. I think he's finally starting to come into his rhythm. I'm glad to see that. Yeah, he played tough today. Good 5 assists and he had some good numbers tonight. Quickly, 12 points, 5 assists, 1 rebound, 20 minutes. But I'll tell you one thing I would like to see though, guys, and KJ, we can talk about that. They got to find a way to give Obi more minutes. I don't think it's fair to Obi the way he's playing. This cat had 11 points in 11 minutes. You know what I mean? And he when he was in, they had energy going at that time. I mean, they had some energy going at the time. And I think when they took him out and brought Noel and Randall in that last stretch, that's when we were starting to get into the game with our second unit. When he brought that first unit back in there, and it went back the other way. So right. And then Clyde and Green talked about that. What do you do when your bench is playing this good? And do you bring back your starters? And Clyde and Green hit the nail right on the head. And I agree with him. So I think they got to do something with that. Obi, he like right now, Obi probably can be giving you 15, 16, 17 a game the way he playing. I mean, the way he playing. So we got to fix that for sure. We got to find a way to get that young man some more minutes.
Right, Devon. And, and that's why I said the coaching staff, Tibbs has a very rough job because after me seeing Grimes come in, the way that man play defense. Now, granted, Ricky Rubio is one of them guards that I know me playing as a guard. I was a little flashy guard, quick handle. This guy is a simple point guard. And he did that tonight. It happens. It's one of the most frustrating things in the world because he wasn't flashy. My man did the right things, came down, shot. He wasn't doing much. Wasn't that quick, but it still put up 37 points. So kudos to him. Mm-hmm. But to the point about Grimes coming in, when I seen this man come in the game, he was up playing defense. He wasn't afraid to shoot. That was great to see that. And we needed those young legs for that. The amount of time now he was in. So he showed something tonight to say, you know what? How do we get this guy in the game now, earlier now? So you see what Tibbs did was he had Quickly, Grimes, Randall, I think it was Noel, and I forgot who, and Burks, I believe. That was a 5 in there at the time. I thought he was gonna go with RJ, because now we got a chance to see some of our young core Knicks happen, and that brought that team back. So I agree. I don't think I would have brought back I wouldn't have brought Randall back in. He just didn't have a night. I might even would have went with a McBride starting a little earlier, just for the defensive purposes for Rubio. But Grimes came in, did his thing. I like what I've seen. Now, we didn't have Kimba tonight. So Kimba plays tomorrow, Devon. You know, Grimes just came in, had 6 points, 1 rebound in 11 minutes, and had great defense. It's like we're gonna look for him to play, but I just don't see any more minutes for him right at this point in time right now.
Yeah, it's tough for him right now, you know, and that's why you get to get burned on nights like this here, because he just not in the rotation right now. There's not really too much you could do about that with the personnel that we have, and but he's a capable young man. He get his time. He's gonna get his shine. He just got to be ready when his numbers called, and he was ready. I like his tenacity on the defense. I love, you know, and I love that shot. You know what I mean? And I love the way he put the ball on the floor. So, you know, Tibbs don't know what they got. You know, and that's why he put him in there tonight. You know what I mean? And it's going to be anytime you got a night like that, and I think we need to do that for all of them. If you ain't got somebody clicking tonight, put somebody else in and see if they can change that up. And I think that second unit did a wonderful job today, keeping us in that game and getting back. And but I really think Grind to get his shine eventually. You know, Tibbs will find a way to get him some minutes. But I know we got to definitely do something with that Obi Toppin thing. I wish Obi Toppin was playing any other position than the one right now with Randall there. You know what I mean? That's what's so, you know, it's, you know, I wish he was a 3 or a 5. He'd get the minutes. But it's hard to leave him in the game so long when you got a superstar like Randall there, or a star player like Randall having to come in there and play the game. So, you know, Obi just got to keep doing what he's doing, man. Like I said, 11 points, 11 minutes. Crashing the boards, he had 2 boards, but he trying to go hard. That can easily be 15 to 16 a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you. Definitely. And the biggest takeaway of the game tonight, the total rebounds. We only had 32 rebounds. They had 48. The rebounds, the second chance points that these guys putting up are accumulating points that I don't know, like, what do we go? Like, what are we doing? You know, so I just hope, and I know they will make adjustments tomorrow. The key tomorrow now, Devon, is what adjustments have you guys made? What lineup changes are you going to make if the team goes this way? If we're not hitting threes, if we're not playing defense, who we're going to throw in there next? You know, Kimba comes back tomorrow. Let's see what happens. So it's just, like I said, it's that roller coaster that we're on right now. 6-4. I'll take it and run with it. 6-4 in the East right now. I would take it and run with it and be good with that. You know, 8-2, 7-3, but guess what? We're above 500. We're not below 500, so I'll take it. Now, we have a very tough week this week. We have Philly, we have Milwaukee, and then we have the Hornets. You know, so, you know, I know we want to make predictions on the wins and all that stuff, but I think right now, for me, it's more of I need to see the growth in this team now on the defensive side. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Devon. The defense is key. We took a step back, but guess what? Now we have a team. We have to this coaching. You got to figure your defense out now. What are we doing? What player is gonna go with this player? Are we gonna put Grimes in more? We're gonna put McBride in. We're gonna put Quickly in more, but we still have Derrick Rose and Kemba Walker. So it's all about coaching now. Let's see the coach of the year make it happen. I want to see what he's going to do just in the next couple games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that, man. And you know what? For me, it's simple. Now we have no Kemba Walker tonight, so you can't say the defense was porous because of Kemba Walker. You can't even make excuses tonight. You know, you can't say because of Kemba Walker our defense was porous. Derrick Rose started. You know what I mean? And then and Quickly backed him up. Quickly was playing good D though. He's been hogging that ball pretty well. I gotta give Quickly his flowers. He's been playing some good defense on ball defense so far this year, man. We got to get back at it, man. You know, and I think we will. It's just that, you know, it's timing. But tonight, one of those games where, you know, they big boy was playing. Ricky Rubio beat the Knicks tonight. And that's all I can really say. Ricky Rubio beat the Knicks tonight. Yeah, and listen, if Ricky Rubio scored 20, he scored 17 points more. He scored 17 points more than if he would have scored 20 points, we would probably won tonight. You know what I mean? We lost by 16. He scored 17 over 20. Like I care, Ricky Rubio would have had a 20-point night tonight, not 37.
Hey, Devon, the man had a double, 37 and 10. Well, he had 10 assists, 10 assists, and 37 points. Man, like it just can't happen. At least make the adjustment. Double team this guy, double team him at like there was no adjustments made on him, and then even in the defense, he just was making shots. So sometimes it's like that out there. Some guys, he just had one of them nights at the world most famous arena. He felt the air. He felt the crowd, and it was like, you know what? No. He's like, you guys should have traded for me. We wanted Ricky Rubio for years on this Knicks team, and he's like, I'm showing you why I should have been a Knick. And it just made it happen. You know what it felt like? It felt like Lynn Sanity out there tonight with Ricky Rubio.
Yeah, right.
This guy, man.
Yeah, it was super tough, man. He was, and I was like, y'all guys can't stop this dude. I mean, it ain't like the dude jump out the gym or anything. Like the way he shoot the 3 ball like a set shot. That's when I knew it was the energy for the Knicks. This man, he was shooting almost like set shot threes. You know what I mean? So I was like, it's pretty tough, man.
But Devon, this is what I'm talking about with this team. What was the guy to just say, just come hit him with a quick elbow? Like it ain't like where is that part? Like I know it's missing out the NBA. Don't want to do that, but we New York Knicks, man. We gotta not saying I don't want to bring up the dog mentality. We have dogs on this team, but somebody need to go up there. Put McBride should have got in there. He got 5 fouls. Give him a quick little elbow, knock some wind out his chest for a little bit. My man that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
but it happened. It is what it is, and I'd rather it happen early on in the year.
Mm-hmm.
We got 72 games left. So
yeah, absolutely. We knew we were going to sacrifice defense for offense this year. We kind of knew that. In order for you to be a champion, you got to play at a high level on both of them. But obviously, right now, we might play a high level. Our offense might be on a better level than our defense right now. We playing better offense basketball than we playing better defense basketball. You know what I mean? And I could appreciate the offense. I know you need to score, but can you stop jokers? Because I don't care how much you can score. If you can't stop nobody, it don't matter. I mean, and I just think that we scored 109 tonight. That's not a bad offensive output from a number point. But what we went wrong is with the percentage we shot tonight. I mean, we shot 45% from the floor and 29% from three. That's abysmal. And we shot 22 for 24 from the free throw line, which was great. But look what we did on the other side. They shot 54% from the floor. That's over 50% from the floor, and they shot over 50% from the 3-point line. And the league average is 35. They almost shot 20 points better, 18, 19 points better than the league average on us tonight. That's what we lost the game at. 19 from 35 from the 3-point line for Cleveland Cavaliers. Game over. Game over. You know what I mean? And especially if you're not clicking on all cylinders neither. And we wasn't, because RJ didn't have the game that he normally would have the last 5 or 6 games. So it was pretty tough, man. We're just an all-around tough game tonight. Our defense wasn't allowing our offense to be able to do things. And you got to give Cleveland credit. They make it hard with the 2 boys down there. You know what I mean? And Rubio, he's a pesky defender. He's not a great defender, but he's pesky enough. He's a 16-year savvy veteran who knows how to play basketball. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's mind over matter. And right now, Rubio was mind over matter on the Knicks tonight. You know what I mean? He just was there doing his thing, and we couldn't do nothing about it. And we, like you said, we need a guy to be able to come in there and say, "Listen, let me get on this dude. Let me shut this dude down." And that's the mentality that I hope that we got to get back to. Who gonna take the challenge when somebody popping off like that? You know what I mean? Who gonna be like, "Yo, coach, let me get him. And put me on him." We
seen that night in Grimes. You saw the way. Now, even though Ricky Rubio made some shots on Grimes, but Grimes made it a little tough. He was playing up on him. He played him. Like, like the guy got Ed Big. Put the young guys in the guys don't got it. Put the young boys in, and one of them young boys got it tonight in Grimes. He showed up. He showed up on his defense. In the beginning of the season, we were all talking about McBride's defense. We weren't thinking about we knew Grimes as a shooter, but the man could shoot and could play defense.
Yeah. I know. I know he was a good defense player. I didn't know that come out of Houston. Like Grimes could play some defense. That's what he did in Houston. But he's a good 2-way player.
Right.
He's a good 2-way player. And that's why I was happy when they drafted him. I was like, man, they got this dude. I'm like, Grimes is legit. You know what I mean? So now we got to go back to the drawing board. But the good thing about it to me is you get a chance to assess the team, and the good thing about it, we doing this now. You get a chance to assess the team and see what they're doing. You know what I mean? And then we can make that determination on how they're going to get better and all that good stuff. But they had a good chance to assess the team tonight, and I'm glad about that. So in the next couple of games between now and the trading deadline, we ain't gonna go crazy, start getting worried or getting crazy. But you are gonna have to assess this team and see where we at. From a defense standpoint, and if you need to get some more defenders in there, or you need to make some lineup changes, I think that's what they might do. We'll see if this continues. If it continues, we got to make some adjustments. We definitely can't. We can't go into this thing like this here, man. All the way down the line playing defense without bringing our defense to the forefront. That's just not gonna happen in New York. So we got to get back to that, and I think we will. I think we get back to it, and things to get better. So we just have to see.
Hey, Devon, do you think the sense of urgency is more higher than it's ever been before on this team, especially in the front office? Like after a game like tonight, and I'm pretty sure these guys are assessing these 10 games. They see the teams that we lost to based on the teams we beat. Do you think that Leon Rose and World Wide West is like, okay, we got this. We seen what we had 10 games. What do we need to take away from this team, or what do we need to add to this team? Do you think they're having those conversations yet?
I think they probably always having those conversations. I think at probably what they want to do. I'm quite sure they always think about if we had this player, or if we do this, we do that, or this person could do this. Yeah, I'm quite sure they do that. That's the nature of running a business. You always want to see how you can improve your product. I don't give a you Walmart. You got to see how you're going to improve your product on the shelf. You got a better product, and you might like the product that you got there, but you might, instead of you bringing this bread in the Walmart, you might bring this bread in the Walmart. I don't know. So I do think that can be a reality that they always probably saying, you know what, we know this is not set in stone. You know what I mean? And they probably just sit back evaluating the way the season going. Tibbs probably, letting them know what he think of this guy. It's early. It's early. These cats only played 10 games. So Tibbs and the front office got to sit back like everybody else. They just got to sit down and see how this thing going to go for maybe 20 games. Because that's the reason why you have a trading deadline. That's why you have a buyout market that evaluate the team the first half of the season, because it can always be about the tale of two halves. You know what I mean? What we do in the first quarter, the first half of the season, we'll see where this team is at. And if we think, by the trading deadline or getting close to the trading deadline, if you think that this is not what you think you're going to take to the finish line, then you can reevaluate it and see what's out there that's available. I mean, they got a good team down there. I'm not too concerned. I just think I'm concerned with the defense. I'm just concerned with the defense. Salute everybody, man. Salute to the chat and everybody as well, man. Salute to you guys. I'm more concerned about our defense. Do we got the right defensive ball players? Or we want as much as I love Fournier's offense, what about his defense? Is he going to be able to pick it up a little bit? He might be able to pick it up. It could be just right now they trying to learn a new system, trying to learn these guys. I thought it'll be a little bit quicker gel than I thought it would be coming into the season, because we brought a lot of guys back, but obviously but Mitchell Robinson coming back, so that, and all that is a different thing. That's 3 guys that got to get acclimated to what we're doing. But I think it would be easier for Mitchell Robinson because he's been there, last year. But Kemba Walker, Fournier wasn't here, and you can see where the defense. And this is not only this game, but every other game. Sometimes you see where he take Fournier out in the last couple of games when he wasn't, you couldn't really hold it down on the defense. That's my only concern with the team overall, is just the defense. I'm not concerned about nothing else. I think we got enough offense talent down here. I just think our defense, we missing something on our defense, and somebody got to be that guy to step up and lead this team in that way. And we got to wait for that guy to emerge. You know, like tonight, like I said earlier, it was the one time where I thought, and I think Mike and Green talked about it too, who going to step up as that leader and get these guys together when that things are happening. I just thought that the first person came to my mind was Julius, because he's the team leader. He is the team leader. But I want to see him get more engaged. You know, like how sometimes when you pull a guy to a huddle, get him together and listen, man, we need to slow down, blah, blah, blah. I want to see some of that. You know what I mean? And I think that's important, that you have a guy who can huddle these guys for a few minutes and listen, man, let's get back in this thing, man. You know what the deal is, you know what I mean? But you know, we just didn't have it tonight. Like I said, that the defense is the thing for me, man. You know, so we got to get that.
So, hey, Devon, I want to bring us something Alton Lee said in the chat. He said the pressures from outside the building, which is very true. But he touched something with that, Alton Lee. The reason why the Knicks fans and the way I am, and I'm pretty sure you guys may think like this too and feel the way I feel, is we were unexpected to have the season we had last year, and which also put a lot of pressure on this year coming out. And this year, in the first couple games we came out, we strong. We win that first game in New York against Boston. We fight. Now we at 6-4, right? But ladies and gentlemen, in the last 20 years, and I said this plenty of time before, we only been to the playoffs, or I'm sorry, not playoffs. We only had a winning season of 4 winning seasons in the last 20-something years. And guess when that 4th season was? That was last year. So, of course, the pressure is on when we have a team that's expected to go playoffs, to go top 3 in the East because of all these predictions. And when we're not beating the teams that we're supposed to beat, it's frustrating, as opposed to beating the teams that we're not supposed to beat, and we beating these teams. Just a couple nights ago, I got to go back, Devon. We made history, if you guys didn't know that. Knicks franchise was down 21 points. We were down 21 points to Milwaukee Bucks. We came back and beat Milwaukee by 15 points. That never happened in Knicks history, if you guys didn't know that. That happened the other night. Then you come back Monday night and we lay an egg like that. That's unacceptable. So, of course, the pressure is definitely going to be on inside and outside the building. I just had to bring that point up because it was a good question. He said that, but I think it's on both. The pressure is on both. Those men in there, the men and women that work for MSG, they know, the guys that play on this team, they understand the pressures of playing in New York City. We're very opinionated. If we don't like what we see or hear, guess what? We're going to give it to you as a fan. And when we like it, we're going to praise you. But we don't like it, you're going to hear from us.
Yeah, like I said earlier when I started the show, there's nothing to be concerned about. There's no big deal. It's a game. It's a loss. I mean, like I said, it happened. We not gonna win every game. I don't even get up that high and get down on games like this because it's part of the association. We playing 82 games. You're gonna lose 30 games. You know, from my prediction, what I want this team to be anyway. So I mean, it's part of it. You know what I mean? To me, here's the problem tonight. There's only one problem I had tonight out of this whole game. One problem: our defense did not come to the table. That's it. I don't. It's basketball, man. I'm like I said. Orlando beat the Jazz tonight. Orlando beat the Jazz. You know, teams. It happens. I seen the Boston Celtics blow out Miami in Miami the other night. Shit happens. It's nothing to even remotely contemplate about. You know, to me, when it comes to, you know, panicking and getting worried. Nah, we ain't nobody. Yeah, you know, it ain't even that serious. You know what I mean? And we just got to keep playing, scrapping, fighting hard, figure it out. But at the same time, you know, it's a business, guys. No pun intended. It's a business. You know, we talk about it because it's not only sports, but it's a business. And you're going to have front offices doing that. Everybody do that. I guarantee you, Steph Curry and them in the Golden State Warriors probably like, well, I wonder who I can add to this team to make us more dope or more stronger. That's what you do. That's what you do when it comes to having product. When you running a business or you got product and the product is making you money, whether it's soda, whether it's beer, whether it's, you're always going to want to make sure your product is selling or they're doing good. You know what I mean? Because if not, you take it off the shelf. That's just natural. You know what I mean? So obviously, when we go through loss, sometime we want to break down everything that we can and say, why is we losing like that? You know what I mean? And I think that's part of it for me. And I just think that, you know what, tonight our defense didn't really show up, but as a franchise and as fans, we have a right to be concerned, guys, because my thing is this here. Our defense is going to take us where it's going to take it. Do you guys think that the defense is going to be better going forward with the team that we could probably construct now? How do you guys feel about the way our defense is playing in New York? Are y'all satisfied with the players that we got, that our defense will come around and be that defense that's going to help us get to where we got to go? Or do you think this defense is going to be like it is now? Because, see, that's important to understand this whole thing. That way we know what we got to do, because if our defense play the way they're playing now, we won't even be in the play-in. Let's be real. That Knicks fans, let's be real. If our defense presently constructed the way it's playing right now in the last couple of games, the blah blah blah, giving leads up early, having to fight back to get back into the game, wearing your offense down, energy down. So every time you got to fight, you blow a lead, you get off to a slow start. You got to exert all your energy on the defense to get back in the game, and then the defense get tired, and now they got to catch. So do you think that the Knicks presently constructed right now with the team we have is going to be good enough on the defense? And I'm not talking about the offense, that we can get buckets with anybody. We scored a 1 and a 9 tonight on a bad night where we shot 9. We shot 9 for 31 from the 3-point line. We still scored 109 points. I'm not even concerned about the Knicks offense whatsoever, because I just know what this team is built off and the way we constructed it, and I think what gets us to the next level is our defense. So this is something, I think that's what's more important. We got to clean that up. You know what I mean? That's for real.
And Devon, I think our defense will step up. It's pretty much the same defense from last year, with the exception of Kemba and Fournier. And don't forget, we didn't have Mitch in the playoffs. But the fact that I like what Noel's doing on defense for the second unit. But also, the problem is when we go 9 for 31, we're using so much energy getting back on defense. If we're missing that many three-pointers, them guys going to get tired going back and forth. And if we're making it, it's better. But if we're missing the amount of three-pointers we're missing, we taking and we missing, we can't possibly catch up on defense, and that's why our defense is suffering. Think about it. When we have great shooting nights and we're scoring a whole lot of three-pointers, 20 more three-pointers, we win the game. We're not certain that much going back and forth. But when we're 9 for 31, that's a lot of going back and forth, and we can't catch back up. So that's why I said Grimes came in tonight, and he was that fountain of youth that we needed on defense to help us somewhat get back in the game with his defense. But you know what? It's 10 games. We're not tripping on it. Like, let's see where we at in 20 games, 30 games, 40 games, halfway through the season, 41 games. And then we can really give us a nice assessment. But in these first 10 games, yes, they put a lot of pressure on us, Knicks podcasters, Knicks fans, because we want our team to do well. We know where they could go, but they just have to have a better performance going forward.
Yeah. You know what? I take 6 or 4 any day compared to where a lot of teams at. See, that's why I don't get caught up in it so heavy. We 6 and 4. We still over 500. You got teams that would have been better. That's as good as us. They ain't even there. They ain't even there. They under 500. It's basketball, man, and I real talk. But somebody brought up a great point. Now, I think B Civilized said something about that. And just to play devil's advocate, guys, just to have fun with it, not just to come out with ideas and scenarios. I like what he said about, let's say 10 games from now. I don't have a problem with if you had to put 4 in on the bench and let Obi Toppin play the 3. I would love to see that. You know what I mean? I would love to see that, because he's bigger, he's faster. You know what I mean? He's more athletic. I just say that to say that because I think they got to find a way to get that boy some minutes. I really believe that. They got to find a way to get Obi Toppin some minutes. That man looked like he's ready to break out for the Knicks, and he can't do it because he's behind Julius Randle. Because you can't keep Julius Randle on the bench. Then you got your 2 centers back, so he can't get minutes at the 5. Well, if you could put Larry Markin at the 3 on Cleveland, And he's there in the 6'10", 6'11". Why you can't try to throw Obi in there at the 3 just for every now and then and see how that thing work out? If the Cleveland Cavaliers got Jared Allen 7 foot, Mobley 7 foot, and Marty Larkin at the 3 6'10", 6'11", and it's working for him because it's positionless basketball. You know what I mean? It's all about the energy and the effort. I don't have a problem trying that. Every now and then you got to get Obi Toppin some more minutes. That's bottom line. I mean, I think the kid is playing good basketball. He had 11 points in 11 minutes. His energy, he playing better defense. You know what I mean? You got to get that boy some minutes. I think this man ready to break out, and he just is just hard because of the way he at. You know what I mean, where he's stuck at. You know what I mean, behind Randall. So, and that's not the reason why we lost the game tonight. But I do want to see Obi Toppin find a way to get him some more minutes. I think he's earned it. I think he's earning it. So I think he might frustrate him a little bit when he got to go right out for Randall when he know he playing good enough to stay in the game. You know what I mean? And I know he's taking it with pride. He's taking it as a professional. I know he's saying, that's what the coach got to do right now. And I understand it because we got Julius Randle there. And but I hope they can fix that, man, because I want to see that young man. And I was expecting him to have a breakout year. And and he's starting to, and it looked like he's coming to fruition. So we got to hope that they find some more minutes for Obi Toppin. And he can flourish a little bit more because before they took him out that game today, KJ, the Knicks was making that comeback with that second unit. The energy was up. That was the reason why I liked that second unit. The energy was there. Right. Like they know guys. Sometimes guys don't have it. Like tonight, I don't care what nobody said. RJ just didn't have that. RJ earned the right to have a night off. He earned the night to have a write off. His last 5 or 6 games, he's been phenomenal. You know what I mean? And so I'm not even concerned about RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett is the real deal. I'm not even concerned about him tonight, but he just didn't have it. And it's going to be nice. Well, a lot of people don't have it. Like look how many nights Kemba Walker didn't have it. You know what I mean? Or look how many nights Fournier didn't have it. I mean, or it might be nice Randall didn't have it. So it's no big deal. It happens. It's an 82-game season, man. Ain't nobody perfect. Sometimes you're going to run into a team that matchups just it bode better for them than it bode for us. Them some linky guys down there in Cleveland. They got a linky front line, athletic front line, and sometimes when you playing guys like that who mobile, Evan Mobley who's mobile like that with size and length, like that's like Noel. Noel makes it tough because he's mobile with size and length. They just had 2 guys in there at one time that was doing it, and it just caused the problem down there. And we still scored 109. So I didn't think we were gonna score that many points in the paint against them, and we outscored them in the paint tonight.
Right.
But like I said, that you can't give up 54% from 3. Rubio went 7 for 8. Come on, man. That's where the game was right there. Because the game was in Ricky Rubio. Every time the Knicks wanted to do something, he hit a clutch 3. He was knocking them down with no hesitation, and they were going in. There ain't nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? If you can't stop it, then you gonna pop it. He was popping it. So, that's what the problem was, man.
I agree with you, Devon, about Obi. I feel like he shouldn't have came out when he was making that run. But like I said, Tibbs is the coach. He wasn't coach of the year for no reason, so I can never question the man. He's an NBA coach, and it's just coaching kids is rough. But coaching grown men and NBA players making millions of dollars, these guys know what they're talking about. They know what they're doing. So as much as we assess it, we got to go what they got going on. We got to go with it. Now, I see some in the chat. Some people want a lineup change and see what happens. So my question is, we going to Philly tomorrow. We beat them by 20. What's going to be the conversation? This happened the other night against Milwaukee. We lost to Toronto, but we come and beat Milwaukee. Then it's like we back to the hippity high. Knicks is good. We made our 3-pointers. This guy play defense. Listen, guys, and women that's in the chat, it's going to be like this for a while. But I know once this team gets its stride, the defense is going to be going, the offense is going to be going, and then we're going to be hard to stop. It's just that we're still gelling together. Even though we got about a good 85% of the team that came back from last year. We are still gelling. And once we get our stride, we're off to the races. And we just got to sit back and see what happens. Let's hope for a great week this week, coming up tomorrow.
That's right. Yep. Bounce back, get back on a horse and start riding again. You knock down, you get back up, take the L, move on. You know what I mean? And because we're gonna have nights like this. This ain't gonna be the first one, ain't gonna be the last one. All you want to do is see what's the reason why we had this night, and that's what I try to do. I don't try to say this is the way the whole season gonna go. I just want to critique what happened tonight, and what I see tonight is that our defense didn't play no ball tonight the way they should. You can't let a man just drop 7, 8 trades in your face like that, and knowing that he don't even do that his whole career. You got to get out on these guys, and it happened. I'm not concerned about the team at all. I think we still gonna do what we do, but if we're gonna assess them through these first 10 games, which Tibbs said he was gonna do as well, they're gonna assess a team through 10 games, and I think you do that. That's how you do it. You assess your team, let them play a couple of games to see where they at. Okay, this is what I thought they were gonna be. Well, I think they're not gonna be. And that's what you do. You got to assess your talent. You know what I mean? Because you don't know Fournier and Kemba Walker, and Kit Mitch and Grimes and them. You didn't have these guys last year, so you have to sit down and see. You can't assess these guys in training camp. That you can't do that. You can see what their effort is like and how they play in training camp, but you can't assess overall how they're going to be until they step on a NBA court against NBA competition or their opposing team. And see how they match up against them dudes. You know what I mean? I think that's all you got to do. It just you got to chalk it up, man. Because we don't want to play negative Nancy. I'm not trying to play negative Nancy. I just think that the Knicks had a bad night tonight on the defense end. Cleveland had a good team. They got a good game. They played a good game. They executed. They knocked down Tom. Not only Mark Ricky Rubio, the whole team shot 54% from the 3-point line. Game over. That's Steph Curry and Brooklyn Nets type shooting, you know what I mean? Or when they hot. So when you got a team hot like that, man, and they knocking down half of their 3-pointers, and you not really, you can't stop it. You know what I mean? You can't stop it, and then I think that it's going to be a different story. You know what I mean? And that's all it is for me. You know what I mean? I'll open up the link, man. I dropped the link for whoever want to get in for the next 30 minutes. Then we get up out of here. But yeah, man, we're a tough loss, but we just got to bounce back. That's all it is. It is what it is.
Right. And Devon, before you drop the link, I just want to let everybody know, like, listen, we Knicks fans, we done seen seasons worse starts than what we got right now, and I know we wasn't assessing all this before this happened. Let's enjoy this. Let's enjoy it while it lasts, because guess what? It's only going to get better. It's only going to get better for us. And like I said, I know nobody's being negative in the chat. You guys are giving your assessment, which is cool. But, I'm frustrated too. Don't get it twisted. I'm very frustrated. We should not – the teams that we lost to, I'm still like, why did we lose to them? But like I said, we can't cry over spoiled milk. That's water under the rug. We moving on now. We getting ready for Philadelphia tomorrow, Milwaukee on Wednesday, and I think Friday and Saturday we play the Hornets. So we got a tough week. So let's try to sweep the week.
The week. Let me get a 30-second plug. I'll bring the panel. I bring baked beans in the building, man. Let me get this plug right quick. We'll be right back. 30 seconds. Knicks Real Talk. KJ Events. We in the building.
Let's do it.
Salute everybody. We back, man. Knicks Real Talk. I got my man KJ Events in the building. We got Beans in the building. We got G Money in the stream, man. We're gonna get up with the panel for the next half hour and talk about this loss, man. Salute to you guys, man. How y'all doing?
Good.
What up, y'all?
What up, man?
Good, man. It's another tough one tonight to watch tonight, man. On that defense level, man. What y'all guys think about that game tonight, G Money?
Defense was garbage tonight. I mean, the Cavs hit some tough shots. Ricky Rubio looked like the second coming of Steve Nash, mixed in with Steph Curry, mixed in with Magic Johnson. Yeah, mixed in with Jason Kidd. His passing was great. His long range was great. And his was great. He hit some tough shots, though. Also, Evan Mobley, underrated. Athletic, can hit the three, can hit the mid-range, was posterizing guys. Same thing with the Fro, Jared Allen. posterizing guys in the paint. Darius Garland going to the bucket. I mean, I just felt that our defense wasn't up to snuff. And I just felt that the offense just died at times. But no ball movement, lack of spacing. Yeah, our bench played well in the fourth, but the hole we did ourselves into, when we give up 33 to 18 in that third quarter, 33 to 18 in that third, that was the ball game. That was the ball game, man. And what's so disappointing is this. I was wrong about Friday. I thought we'd lose to the Bucks, but I was wrong. We beat the Milwaukee Bucks after being down 21. And then we come at home, right? I know we don't have Kemba and Gibson, but they don't have Love and marketing, the Cavs. And this defense, I know Cleveland has some good young players, Sexton, Garland, Rubio, Mobley, Allen, Wade, Osmond. That's some good young players. But the fact that we left open shooters, we let Rubio, we didn't double him at all. We allowed him to hit mid-range 3 points and the drives. Too many drives to the basket, giving up too many dunks. And our offense, RJ Barrett, he settled way too many threes. 6 threes, attack. What RJ was playing so well going to the basket. Attack, even take a mid-range sometimes. Julius Randle, even though he had his points here and there, it didn't feel impactful to me. Took some dumb shots. I felt he didn't allow the game to come to him. The game against the Bucks, he played smart. But this game, he tried to do too much. Mitch was no impact. And also, Coach Phipps got out coached by JB Bickerstaff. I mean, it's disappointing. 6-4 is still good. I understand that. But we have lost 3 of our last 4. We have to consider that too. And we have a tough game with Philadelphia. Remember, we clobbered them at the Big Apple. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a closer game at Philadelphia tomorrow. We just need to put our hard hats on, play defense, share the ball, rebound, space. And we got to stop jacking all these jump shots. We saw way too many jump shots, man. And that's my analysis.
What do you think, Beans, about tonight? Real quick before I go in there. We outscored them in the paint tonight, too. That was crazy. We outscored them by 2 in the paint tonight. Yeah. 54-52. You know what I mean? I'm like, but like I said, the 19 for 35 from 3-point line, 54%. They smoked us from out there. You know what I mean? That was the game to me. They shot 54% from the field, 54% from the 3-point line. Hey, Beans, you can't have that, bro.
Yo,
and 16 more rebounds than us too.
Mm-hmm.
Up here with you the other night, man. We was talking about this same thing. Effort is not there. You know what I'm hot right now. I'm hot, but I ain't even gonna let it. You know what I'm saying? We got a game tomorrow. Mm-hmm. We can beat Philly. I'll be good. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, let me get back to the analogies like my man G Money was saying, man. The transition defense was terrible.
It was garbage.
Individual defense, terrible.
37-10 for Rubio. Come on,
on the
man.
second, third pass, it's like Randall was non-existent. You know what I'm saying? We still watching him. He's still coming down shooting with 20 seconds on the shot clock. You know what I'm saying? He's still doing stuff like that. And this is our man. So we're going to have to stick it out with him. You know what I'm saying? RJ had a bad night. I can rub that. Cool. He had a bad night. He's still young. You know what I'm saying? He's getting where we need him to be. We see what's going on. He just had a bad night. And then for teams not to even put him back in, like, I just felt we should have let the young boys in and let them finish it out. They got us to 7.
Right.
6.
Time
I'm sorry for interrupting you. I want to add another quick stat. The Cavs had 31 assists. The Knicks had 21. Think about that. That's not good. The Cavs were sharing the ball. We were not.
And I think we had 15 at the half, if I'm not mistaken.
Around it, I think so, yeah.
So to end up the game with 21, 6 more assists for 2 quarters, what is that saying? The ball is sticking again. It's sticking again. Mm-hmm. And we don't have that type of hero.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know what as well? And you got to also contribute that 21 assists to 9 for 31. See, and it also might be not that they didn't get the assists because they wasn't hitting no shots. They went 9 from 31, 39 for 85.
We talk about this though, Devon. If we not hitting our shots, what's one thing that's gonna keep us afloat?
Yep, our defense, bro.
Our defense was bad. 70 second half points. The Cavs scored 70 second half points. When was the last we got 70 second half points? When?
Crazy. Yep.
Right.
We gave a team 60 for 3 quarters during their last game.
Yeah, we definitely got a problem with that. Yeah, we got to fix that defense. That like I was telling y'all earlier, that's my only concern. I'm not concerned about nothing else. Really, to me, is we got to play some defense, man. That's the bottom line. Hey, if you score 140 and your man score 141, it don't matter.
It don't.
You score 150 and your other guy score 155, you lost. You know, your defense we got to get back. You know, we just got to make some adjustments. We evaluate the team as early as 10 games. And then we're gonna go through this, man, because we got a lot of more games we probably lose coming up, you know, in the season. You know what I'm saying we're gonna lose more games. I mean, that's why I'm not overly disappointed, because I want us to get on that streak. We're going to Philly tomorrow, and I can understand why he didn't bring RJ back. And you got a game tomorrow, back to back. Don't need to take a risk, but he should. The only thing I wish Ted didn't do tonight was when that second unit was going, he took Obi Toppin out
again.
I'm like, man, I'm like, this dude is bringing it, bro. He's bringing it.
But like you were saying, Devon, if we got to back-to-back tomorrow and you don't bring Randall back, why bring Julius back and Obi cooking?
Right.
It's Thibs sometimes. Thibodeau's a great coach in the regular season, but sometimes, man, he needs to be open-minded. Obi Toppin is hustling. Quigley, I look at Quigley for this. For the first 3 quarters, he was bad. The fourth quarter, he came alive a little bit. But it's just that the hole we digged ourselves into is kind of too much. And like you said, Divine, Phipps has to go deep in his bench sometimes. I understand Randall's our best player. I get it. But he doesn't, but he's been up and down this whole game. Obi, Quigley, Grimes, and here's another thing too. Why wait till the fourth quarter bringing Grimes now? Where was this the first 3 quarters?
1 minute left.
We were down 14. Like, come on. I mean, yeah, we put within 6, but the defense was too trash at that time. The offense was kind of too inconsistent. We're taking hero ball shots, no driving kicks, no bounce passes, just launch, shoot. Like, come on, we're not the old Rockets. We're not the old Warriors. We got to learn to take some mid-range shots here and there. The Cavs, it's like, I know Cleveland can hit threes sometimes, but are they 19 threes better than us? Come on. They look like the second coming of the Bucks last year. They look like the second coming of the Warriors years past in the Rockets. And most of the threes, some were contested, especially Rubio shots. But a lot of them were wide open, especially Darius Garland's threes at the end. It's like, Divine, like you said, the defense was just not up to par.
Tips can't be drawing it up like that. He can't be. He can't be drawing it up for wide open threes like that. So somebody is slipping. And when one person, like Tim said, when one person slipped in this defense, it looks bad.
Right. You know what's crazy? See, what's crazy to me is like, you know, nobody would say the Cavs. See, this is what trips me out sometimes about when we have a right to get on our own team and our own team. Them Cats shot.
Cats played hard. That team
hear me out though. They shot 35 3-pointers. But see, what's the difference? They just hit theirs.
19, and some were contested.
See, and I guarantee you, if they didn't hit them, we probably would have beat them. So you know what? I don't have no problem with the Knicks shooting threes, as long as they shooting the right threes. But I don't think the Knicks rely on the 3-ball a lot, because we scored 109 tonight, and we had an off night on the 3-point line. We outscored them Cats in the paint tonight, 54-52. So we wasn't relying on threes. We just was not hitting them threes. I don't have a problem with the Knicks shooting threes. It's just when they're not going in. And what I liked about tonight, I don't even have a problem offensively tonight, guys, because like I said, we scored 109. That 126 is unacceptable in the Madison Square Garden.
70 in the second half.
You 2 and 3. You lost 3 games in Madison Square Garden. You let Cats come in the world most famous arena and drop 37 on you. You let Terrence Ross and my man come in the world most famous arena and drop jewels on you. You letting Cats come in the Garden.
Ananobi 30 plus.
Yeah. That's my concern right there, because people gonna hit. This is make a mislead.
Yep.
You're gonna make it mislead you. But the thing about it, even when you're not making shots, you can win the game in other ways.
Yep.
And to me, the Knicks tonight did not win that game another way. You scored 109 points. You should have won that game.
Word.
9. You know what I mean? It'd be different. You scored 78 or 82 on a night like tonight. You shot bad from 3. You still scored 109, but you gave up 120.
We keep giving up career highs. OG 36 points. I mean, come on. Rubio 37 points. He almost had 40. If we hit that last 3, he would have had 40. What's going to happen next to the Garden? Is Russell Westbrook have a career high too? What's going to happen next to the Garden? Is Devin Booker going to drop 70 plus too? The way we're defending, it's like, look, I know we're 6-4, which is a good winning record. I get that, but we lost 3 out of our last 4 games. We easily could be 5-5 right now if it wasn't for us coming back against the Bucks. So it's like, again, yes, we're not going to win every game, okay, but what helped us last year, we did a good job clogging the paint and did a good job swimming the perimeter. The defense right now from the perimeter is garbage.
Right.
It's garbage.
Right.
If we play like this defense in Philadelphia, we'll get blasted in Philly. We play like this defense because, again, we're 6-4 is a winning record, but we have lost 3 of our last 4. And again, I know we got better, but so did the East. We can't keep sliding. The East got better too, though. So it's like we gotta find our New York City gritty committee, defend, rebound, share the ball. Randall taking some tough shots. RJ, okay, I can understand him offensively. He struggled, but you got to do other things, man. You got to defend, do other things. Derrick Rose didn't play a lot. Kemba didn't play. Fournier, he was good in the first half, was a ghost in the second half. Mitch was bad tonight, in my opinion. It's like, and Thibs, why not play McBride a little more? Grimes a little more. Obi more. You go deep in your bench, man.
Especially if they're situational. This was one of them situations.
Mm-hmm. You put within 6. It's like we have a shot to win. Why are you take out Obi for? For what? Like, I know Randall's our best player, but when you see guys who are hustling, keep it going. Keep it going, man.
Yeah, you know what? He too loyal, and that's gonna help. That's gonna help him lose his job, man.
Yeah. So to that point, Beans and G Money. So I've been thinking about this for a minute with Tibbs, right? We all heard the stories. We know how he was with D Rose and Gibson and Joakim Noah, right? So as he got going into his career, he had stops at Minnesota. He had stops at other places where it wasn't so good with him with the star players. So my thinking is now is like him and Randall have a great relationship. And Randall goes to him. I remember that first game being at the Garden. I seen this live. Randall goes to Tibbs and says, "Tibbs, get Obi out this game. We need Mitch. We need Mitch back. We need a center back in here to help block the shot." So I think right now that relationship with them two, where Randall can say, "Look, we need this." He has a lot of say so in that organization to what he says, and that can maybe hinder some of Tibbs' decision with these rotations. I just want to throw that out there too. That maybe we're not seeing it from their lens.
I think that's more of a I don't really know the word to hit it, but at the end of the day, Tibbs is gonna get the last call.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If he feels helping the team or hurting the team, he's gonna make that decision because he's the one that's gonna have to answer. Now that relationship that they got, I understand. You know what I'm saying? But what if that relationship is straying a little bit?
Right. And all I'm saying is because we haven't, like, we all know, like tonight, Obi should have been in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Them young boys should have stayed in that game. So it was like that decision. Why did he let Randall and them come back in the game? when he was
I do think that I do agree with y'all to a sense, but I don't have a problem with Tibbs telling him to put Mitch back in the game. I don't have no problem with that because that's what he's supposed to do. Your star player is supposed to be the coach on the floor, or your point. If your point guard is not the coach on the floor, then sometimes you got to go to your bread and butter guy. And the reason why he probably did that because Obi probably getting smashed on the defense, and because Boston got some big dudes. I mean, Robert Williams and them guys Obi probably wasn't really doing that at the time, so he was like, "Coach, you gotta have to switch." Oh, I have no problem with that. I have no problem with your star player helping you coach that team. You know, because you know that's the only reason I'm saying that. I can see why he might have did that. Randall might have been, listen, man, he done gave up 3 buckets in a row. You coach that, so we might need to get him out of here. I'm good with that. You know, I hope he do that. Because if not, then why we gave you $20-something million? You don't get the max just to shoot the ball, rebound, and block shot. You get the max because you are talented enough mentally and physically to carry a team. And I think you got to carry a team mentally as well as physically. And then, you know, this is not even about Randall to me, really, man. Randall, even though he had, it was a defensive night tonight, man. Them big boys, we just not giving. Not say we. I got to give more credit to Cleveland tonight than I got to say.
The defense was strong in the second half at times.
Right, and that front line, man, them boys. Listen, they had
Mobley, Allen. Imagine they get Love and marketing back. I don't think Cleveland Love. I don't think the Cavs will make the playoffs, but if they can just stay healthy, get Love, marketing back with Allen, Mobley, Sexton, because Sexton didn't play much in the second half. So if they can get healthy, this Cavs could be playing. Yeah, he got hurt. He got hurt. So I'm saying that if they're healthy, Cleveland has a shot being at least in the play-in. So it's like you got to get the Cavs some credit. Their ball movement was great. They're attacking. They're spacing. Ricky Rubio, this was his best game ever. Mobley, he's going to be a very good player in the future. Mobley.
Yep. And let me ask y'all a question, because I think Be Civilized brought this up. This is just for talk. This is just for talk. We're not saying it's going to happen. We don't say we want it to happen. Just to bring up conversation. That's what I'm trying. He brought up a point where would you, let's say 10 games, I'm going to say 10 games from now and it's still good. Would you bring Obi at the 3 and put Fournier on the bench behind Obi?
You know what? At this moment, I would try it out. I don't see why.
And he brought that up. I think B Civilized had brought that up. So I just wanted to piggyback that. And the reason why I say that, man, I just hate to see Obi not being able to produce like that because he's behind Julius. I think this cat could be a 16, 17-point game dude the way he played basketball, man. And I just hate to see him, you know, like tonight, prime example, he was on a roll, 11 points in 11 minutes, but they had to substitute him for Randall. And I heard Clyde and Green was like, well, what do you do in a situation like this where your bench is playing good, but you gotta go to your starter because them cats are making $20 million, they're making $24 million, they're making 13, 15 million. So you gotta justify not keeping them off the because it's a business as well. You know what I mean? It's a business too. You know, but that's why I said I hate to see Obi sitting back there, and he deserves more minutes. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right, I understand that, but at the end of the day, if you're gonna bring all the starters back in, bring them all in.
Yeah, right, absolutely. Yep.
And then you know what I'm saying? That look funny. Saying like you kind of like playing like if Obi demand a trade or something, we gonna look shocked. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just crazy, man. He getting beat up on deep. Like this is what Tom Thibodeau is known for. You can ask anybody in the world, Tom Thibodeau, defense. Once that's not working, what do we have?
Phibbs is plan A sometimes. Phibbs is a good coach, but this is the reason why some of his teams underachieve here and there. Sometimes. Not all of them, but sometimes. He's a plan A coach sometimes, man. He needs to go to plan B, plan C, do something. Don't just stick with one plan. Adjust, shuffle your lineup a little bit. And the whole OB starting lineup, it kind of depends maybe who we're playing. I'll probably do that depending who we're playing, though.
The reason why I bring that up, too, because sometimes it's good to make teams adjust to you. And you look at the Cavaliers, that's why, they got 2 7-footers, almost 3 7-footers in the starting lineup, dog. Literally. The Laurie Market is 6'10", 6'11", easy. Mobley and my man 7 foot, because I think his position is basketball. And you know what the Cavs is doing, and which is smart. I got to give them credit. Yeah, they big, but you know what? They making teams adjust to them. So that's why I say, even if you throw Obi in there, okay, that guy that might be faster than Obi might not be stronger than Obi. So we might have a mismatch. It could be they might beat us with speed, but I think Obi got more athleticism, get more rebound than Fournier. He's a little bit more athletic or freakish. I think on the defense, and the only reason I bring this is because of defense. I think Obi defense has got better this year. I think he got springs. He can grab more rebound than Fournier. I don't think it's a bad idea to me, that you put if you were to do that. I'm saying they're not going to do it. I don't want them to do it, but if you did, now you got Fournier back there, and you got Derrick Rose, Emmanuel Quickly, Alex Burks and Fournier. That ain't gonna work. You're gonna need a bigger forward, obviously, because Obi's coming out here going to the 3. But at least you got a bunch of shooting back there too. And I think if we got to find a way to cover that defense, and that's why I bring that up. I don't have a problem with it because that's a bigger front line. See, you got to remember, Knicks is small.
Yeah.
Remember Walker, RJ, and Fournier is a small team, and then you add Julius Randle, who only really 6'9", and then you got Mitch. I just think that we got a small front. We got a small starting 5 height wise, and tonight we went up against a team with a tall front line and more height than us, and it kind of it reared its ugly head by the way we couldn't stop them on the defense end. So that's why I bring that up. It's like when he brought it up, I'm like, that might be interesting. To let Obi get some shine at the 3. He fast enough. He agile. Obi ain't no slow dude. You know what I mean? So it'd be interesting. That's why I brought that up just as topic, man. It would be interesting to try that one time and put Obi in there with Randall, and you might got a bigger team and a stronger team. You might got a better rebounding team at that 3 spot.
I agree.
I think at this point, after seeing the 6-4 record, assessing the teams, I think he's going to be able and willing to try different lineups. We seen Grimes tonight. You got to get that man in. You see what he provides for this team. He can play defense, and he's a sharpshooter, and he can create his own shot. So you know what? We have to see more of that. But I would be excited to see Obi at 3, Devon. To your point,
just try.
I got no problem with that. Just try it.
All right. I mean, the way he get up and down the floor and rebound beams. I mean, he got that energy. Because what's one thing our starting unit lack? Our second unit, they lack energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They like energy beans, and he got energy more than them guys. I think him and RJ on a fast break would be crazy. You know what I mean? It'd be crazy because Evan Fournier is not he can get down the floor, but he's not a fast break type of guard. You know what I mean? He's more of a trail and pop type dude. You know what I mean? It seems like to me. So I would be interested to see Obi Toppin and RJ Barrett running up and down the court like that, man. I think that'd be pretty impressive, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but tomorrow, man, real talk. Tomorrow we go against the Sixers, like you said. We be down in Philly, but we got to go down there and show them brothers no brotherly love tomorrow, man. We got to go down there and handle some business. Hopefully, we can get in there, man, and bounce back. It's gonna be a tough game because Joel Embiid them boys is playing right now. They hot. The Sixers is hot right now.
6 straight wins. Ironically, the last time they lost against us.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep, they hot right now, man. So it's gonna be a tough matchup. We got to try to bounce back, man. We just got to go in there. And like I said, if we lose a game, don't lose like we lose tonight. Lose with effort, man. You talked about that early in the last segment the other day. It's the effort, bro.
Just show that
the second half was bad. Yeah, Beans.
Mm-hmm.
The effort, man. If the effort, man, I just hope we don't go ahead and get rolled over tomorrow and look crazy. And then you know what the excuse gonna be? It's a back-to-back.
I don't want to hear. I don't respect
that.
Not you, man. I'm talking about. I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about people who say I don't respect that. Oh, it's a back-to-back. I don't want to hear that trash. Everyone's going through a back-to-back. I mean, you still got to play. If you're tired, go to sleep. If you're tired, go to sleep. Don't play. But if you're on the court, you are held responsible for what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, G Money, to your point, they don't got y'all that far. They got y'all hour and a half away to Philadelphia. They getting on that bus. They probably rolling sometime tonight. Get over there. You'll be all right. Hour and a half away ain't gonna hurt them going to Philly.
Or even take a train.
Yeah, they gonna bust it though.
It's gonna be a tough game because we haven't won in Philly since what 2016 around that.
It's gonna be
like it's 2021. Like okay. Look, and the last time we beat the Sixers overall was obviously a few weeks ago because we clogged the paint with Embiid before him to be jump shots and all that. I do think it's gonna be a closer game because, like you said, Divine, the Sixers have been red hot.
Mm-hmm.
They're letting go of the whole Ben Simmons situation. It's not affecting the team too much. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. We got to rebound. We got to watch out for Drummond again. We got to watch out for Seth Curry, Danny Green at the 3-point line. And here's another player to watch out: Tyrese Maxey. Because he's sneaky, so we got to watch out. Make sure he doesn't go to the basket. It's gonna be a tough game, but we need energy and effort. What helped us against the Bucks from the second, third, and fourth, we showed great effort on both sides of the ball. But the effort in the second half was really underwhelming. 70 second half points. Come on. come on, we gotta go back into the after we showed the first 6 games we were 5-1. So if we can just crash the glass, rebound, get Embiid in foul trouble, get Drummond in foul trouble, and just stay in the game, we have a shot. Let's not get blown out tomorrow, please.
Right. Yeah, that's gonna be a revenge game, KJ. It's gonna be a revenge game for them, man. We go around the panel that we gonna get up out of here. That's a revenge game for them guys tomorrow. You know what I mean? They know what happened in Madison Square Garden the other last time, so they're gonna come out on fire, bro. If we don't bring the intensity from the door, Knicks get blowed out tomorrow. Just from that standpoint, from the standpoint, it's a revenge game. They playing good, and if we don't come out there at the beginning with energy and they punch us in the mouth, I think it might be a long night.
Yeah, nah, you're right, and I think they will. They know what's at stake here. The Knicks seem to play a lot better, a sense of energy when they play in teams that are in their caliber. Not saying nothing wrong with Cleveland and Orlando and Toronto, but they up for that game tomorrow. They know what's at stake here. They got to come back, and I think we pull it out tomorrow. I think we play to our standard. We back hitting our threes, and we back on defense. They hear us tonight talking, so I think we get the win. I can't really predict the score, but it's going to be close.
Okay. Beans, what's your assessment for tomorrow, man? Tell me what we need to do, and tell me what you think the outcome's going to be.
Well, I'll tell you this. Kemba Walker will be back in the starting lineup tomorrow. So we know what that means at the point of attack. We need energy from the tip off. I'm talking about when y'all pulling your warm up. I want to see energy from the layup line. You know what I'm saying? Pure energy and effort. If we do that, we can beat Philly. I really feel we can beat Philly, man, if we give 48 minutes of effort, man.
Okay. Yep. That's real talk, man. That's what I think. I think we got to go out there and get 48 minutes. We got to get the 48 minutes. And like I said, I know Ted doing this assessment now. He said it through today, through first 10 games. And I think that's what I love to win the Knicks. Always do. Leon Roldan said we assess this through the first 10 games. Then we go to another round and we'll see where the team is at. And I really believe that if they think they got to do something to change this thing or to make it better, they will do it. Ted ain't gonna let this team go down to the bottom. I can guarantee you that. That's one thing he won't do. He never did. If he feel like this team ain't where they got to be at a certain point in time, Tiz would change this thing up. He would change it up. You know what I mean? And the organization will too. I think Leon Roldan know what's going on down there. They know they're in a good spot. They got flexibility to move things. They got movable contract. If it get down to that, I'm not saying it will be, but if it get down to that, when they got to say, you know what, maybe we thought it was going to work when we did it, but it didn't. And maybe we might have to do something different. You never know. But I think we got to, first of all, just get back. Now we got 10 games. We 6-4 in the first 10 games. Where are we going to be in the next 10 games? And then in the next 10 games, that's when I really think you say, if we not playing up to the standards that you thought the guys were going to play up at that time, and they think it's a wrinkle in the armor, you know what? You do what you got to do to keep the team competitive. So, it's a business, and I'm quite sure they might do that, if need be. But we'll see tomorrow, man. We got to go down to the city. I'm gonna go to Philly tomorrow and bring our hard hats, like Gideon said, get our lunch pails, get our hard hats, man, and go down there and fight and scrap. I want to see some fight. This is what I'm not seeing in this team like last year. I'm not seeing that fight.
Yeah, it comes and goes.
Comes and goes.
Yeah, we're 6-4, but we easily could be 4-6. The thing about it, we almost lost to Boston the first game, and then if Milwaukee didn't choke a 21-point lead, we could have been 4-6 or 5-5. I mean, I'm happy that we have a winning record, but like I said, Divine, the effort has been comes and goes. Mm-hmm. Last year, the effort was there 90% of the time. This year, it's like we pick and choose when to defend. We pick and choose when to get guys involved. I don't like that because look at we have a tough schedule. Look at it. We got Philly, Milwaukee, Charlotte, Indiana. We got Orlando, Houston. Okay. Then we got Chicago. They look for revenge. We got the LA Lakers and the young and fun Phoenix Suns. And then we have the Hawks, and then we have the Nets. We have a tough schedule at the end of November. So it's like we got to just play 48 minutes of gritty ball, rebound, scrap, defend, and we have to fight. Sometimes we pick and choose when to fight, and I don't like that. We can't keep doing that every night. Yes, we won't win every game. Okay, but we need to see energy. We need to see passion. We need wins right here. Because right now we're 7 seed? We were just the number 1 seed just a few days ago. I know we're not going to stay number 1 forever, but still, it's like we cannot fight. I know it's early in this year, but we don't want to be in a scenario which we're fighting for a playing spot. I don't want to deal with that. So we just need to play 48 minutes like we did last year, and our starters have to come out with energy. It can't just be the bench. Our starters have to come out with energy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know what? We go do this all again tomorrow. We got a game tomorrow in Philadelphia, man. Let's go down here and we be back on tomorrow night. We'll chop that up. But a tough loss, man. We got to take this one on the chin. The defense wasn't there. Salute to our New York Giants today, though. Real talk. Giants had a smoking today, man. That defense was there tonight. Happy about that. They got off the shot and got them a win. So we just got to keep being competitive. But you know what? We just got to get it, man. We just got to get it, and hopefully we bounce back tomorrow. Get a win, and if we lose tomorrow, it's not the end of the world. But I'm just saying we're gonna be a little disappointed. We're gonna be feeling the way we're feeling tonight. So, but at the same time, all we can do is hope that they correct these things. But great show, man. Great show. Great interaction, man. To the chat, salute to all you guys, man. You already know. Bean, thanks for coming in, my brother. G Money, you know how we do. KJ events. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody watching out when you streaming them from, man. Let's go get it tomorrow, man. Let's bounce back and try to get this thing, man. Get a W tomorrow in Philadelphia, and kind of ease some of this pain we got going on right now. But it's all good, man. It's a long season. We got a lot of games to play, and we just got to stay hungry, man. But we gonna keep our eyes on it. Keep our eyes and ears glued to it, man. We'll see what the Knicks do in the next 10 games. And if they're not where they need to be, then we might start hearing some noise. That's just the way the NBA goes, obviously. So when you start losing and you're not winning, you're gonna start hearing noise. So hopefully we can rear the ship, and steer the ship the right way and get back on point and go get this W tomorrow, man. That's what we do.
10 games. What's our record?
You want to make a quick prediction for our next 10 games?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll let y'all get that in.
I'll make it quick before we have to go. Here's my prediction. At Philly, I'm going to say 50-50. I don't know about that game. At Philly, 50-50. Home against Milwaukee, if the Bucks are not healthy, I think we win. If they are healthy, we might drop that. Home at Charlotte, I think we can win that. The Hornets had a good start, but they kind of cooled off as of late.
Mm-hmm.
Home against Indiana, I think we'll bounce back. Because the Pacers killed us from the 3-point line last time, Miles Turner, but I think we'll bounce back. Home against the Magic, revenge game. We got embarrassed last time. We should beat the Magic. Then we got the Rockets. We should win that game by 1 million. But knowing the Knicks sometimes, who knows? Then we got the Bulls. I think this time we dropped that. Home against the Lakers, 50-50 game for me. Home against the Suns, 50-50 game for me. At Atlanta, we may win that game. We may win that. And at Brooklyn, loss for me.
So what do you think? 13-8, 14. I want a number.
Let me see. Philly, I'll go public guess. Philly 1-0. Milwaukee, I'm gonna say they're healthy 1-1. Indiana 2-1. Orlando 3-1. Houston 4-1. Chicago 4-2. Lakers, I'm gonna say 4-3. Suns 4-4. Hawks 5-4. Nets 5-5. So we're 6-4, right? So I say 11-9 after 20 games.
Okay, I'll look at that too. I'm gonna go 13-7.
Okay. That's what I got. 13-7. That's what I got.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's what I was thinking. 13-7. Y'all crazy.
Hey, we Knicks fans. We all Knicks fans.
I mean, I'm a true Knicks fan, but I'm also a realist at the same time. I try not to be too up or too down. I just try to talk unbiased. That's what I try to do.
Yeah, I agree. I think we all realists too. We just use our different. We got a way. We think we might win. We might win. I think we all realists. I think we just not throwing out there. Be throwing out there. I think some games you think we might lose. We think they might win. So I just think that's all it is. I'm gonna go 13-7 because I think we still beat Chicago in the Garden. I still think a lot of you.
No, we're at Chicago. We're at Chicago.
Oh, we're at Chicago. Okay, well you could chalk that one up. But I think we're a couple of them. I think we can go 13. We went 6-4 now in 10 games. I really believe. I think as the season goes on, we might get better, even though it's getting harder. I do think we'll get better because we'll play better as time go on. But I'm gonna go 13-7. And let's see. So we let's hope we can pull this off. And start tomorrow. But thank you, brother, for coming in. Salute to Will, be civilized. Everybody, man, salute to the chat. D Roz, G Money in here with us. Jarvis, salute to you. Everybody, man, for coming in tonight, man. We took an L tonight, but we get it back though. Salute to Knicks 100. All you guys, man. Let y'all have a good night. Be safe. And tomorrow we go down to Philadelphia. We get it popping, and try to get this W, man. We really, we good at bouncing back. Hey, we playing good on the road.
We played very well on the road.
Good on the road,
again, right?
Yeah, P. Ramos, salute to you, man. Baked Beans in here with us. All you guys, man. Thanks for coming in tonight, man. Next we'll talk tonight show. Divine, KJ Events, G Money. Beans in the building with us, man. We're gonna get it, man. Tomorrow night we try to get back at it, man. Y'all have a good night and enjoy that game tomorrow, man. I'll see y'all then. Salute, man. Y'all take care, my brothers.
Salute.
It's the night show in the Amazon like Ron delivering new content and packages. It's the miraculous. We'll talk. We in the building, willing and dealing, killing the game like Clyde Styles and Rubio feeling. Notes, game stats, and game recaps. And we tap and trade chat, pay the cats who came back at 20 with the rack attacking at the step back. Put that in the front of the three strictly from quickly. Bang! But nippy, fold, make a empty, pretty piece. I use the beast RJ with a double. The 6 shot, hop the top of the trouble. This is not the bubble. We in the building, so let's get it. The best get energy, leak fancy, we hit up the post game. We hope this thing coast to coast, the most of the name. It's a night show. Knicks real talk. It's a night show. We on that prime time grind. It's a night show. Knicks real talk. It's a night show. We on that